A wife complains to her husband, "Just look at that couple down the road, Roger, how lovely they are." He keeps holding her hand, kissing her, holding the door for her. "Why can't you do the same? Are you mad? I barely know the woman." A man goes to a hospital and sees a man masturbating. He asks the nurse why he is doing so. The nurse explains to him that if he doesn't masturbate every 6 hours, there would be a clot, and he would die. Then in the next room, he sees a nurse giving a blowjob to a guy. He then says, "You will have to explain this." The nurse replies, "Same problem, better insurance." A man is on his deathbed, and he asks his wife, Martha, "Soon I will be gone forever, and there's something I have to know. In all of these 50 years of marriage, have you ever been unfaithful to me?" Martha replied, "Well, Henry, I have to be honest with you. Yes, I've been unfaithful to you 3 times during these 50 years, but always for a good reason." Henry was obviously hurt by his wife's confession, but said, "I never suspected." "Can you tell me what you mean by good reasons?" Martha said, "The first time was shortly after we were married, and we were about to lose our little house because we couldn't pay the mortgage. Do you remember that one evening I went to see the banker, and the next day he notified you that the loan would be extended?" Henry recalled the visit to the banker and said, "I can forgive you for that. You saved our home." "But what about the second time?" Martha asked. "And do you remember when you were so sick but we didn't have the money to pay for the heart surgery you needed?" "Well, I went to see your doctor that one night, and if you recall, he did the surgery at no charge." "I recall that," said Henry. "And you did it to save my life, so of course I can forgive you for that. Now tell me about the third time." "All right," Martha said. "So do you remember when you ran for president of your golf club, and you needed 73 more votes?" An Aussie walks into a bar in Texas and orders a drink. The barman gives him a drink. The Aussie looks at the drink and comments on how big it is. He says that they are smaller in Australia. The barman nods and says, "Everything's bigger in Texas." Later, the Aussie sits down and orders a steak. When given the huge meal, he again comments on the size of it, and the waitress simply says, "Everything's bigger in Texas." After several more drinks, the Aussie is feeling a bit tipsy and decides he'd better head back to his motel room. Walking home, he crosses a bridge and decides that he needs to relieve himself. So he unzips and is doing his thing off the side of the bridge when an old drunk Texan man stumbles up next to him and starts peeing off the bridge as well. Smugly, the Aussie says, "Geez, the water sure is cold." The old drunk nods and slurs, "Yeah, mighty deep too."